That each department has its own policy on this. There's no national standard. That said, we found many Arizona police departments are similar. Some even start off with this statement: shots fired at or from a moving vehicle are rarely effective. By now, you've likely seen the video out of Minneapolis showing an ICE officer fire on a vehicle, killing Renee Good. Homeland Security policy says deadly force cannot be used to stop someone who is fleeing unless the officer believes that it poses a serious threat. While debate about the Minnesota shooting intensifies, Arizona's Family Investigates looked into the policies of our own local law enforcement agencies. We reached out to 15 of them. All of them urge officers not to shoot at moving vehicles.
The number one reason we do not fire into moving vehicles is because if we do disable the driver, now that vehicle is turned into a 3,000-pound unguided missile.
Roy Taylor is a police procedure expert with more than 3 decades in law enforcement.
How are you going to stop a moving car with a pistol? That you can't.
Mesa and Gilbert police policies are especially detailed. Mesa tells the officer to consider whether the threat is increased by incapacitating the operator. Gilbert urges the officer to consider the location, vehicular and pedestrian traffic, and any hazard to innocent persons. Phoenix police says it can only be used to counter an immediate threat of death or serious physical injury, and to counter a situation where they're unavoidably in the path of the vehicle and cannot move to safety. Body camera video shows Phoenix police officers shooting in a moving vehicle in an incident from back in February. Authorities say the men inside that SUV were suspected of selling drugs. Officers surrounded the car.
Get out the car!
As the SUV drove away, 2 officers opened fire. The department reviewed the shooting, determining the officer who continued to shoot as the SUV drove away acted out of policy. He resigned in December.
The danger has already passed. So how are you justifying the use of deadly force?
Police say the other officer who fired as the vehicle drove past acted within policy.
It's important that the training is continuous, that the policy development and review is continuous.
Now, in that Phoenix police incident, the 2 men who fled were later arrested and had just minor injuries.
It's been a big talker because obviously ICE is federal, so federal versus state or local policies are going to be different. But every policy is basically a guide. The courts, it'll be up to them to set up their own framework.
Exactly right. So there is Supreme Court precedent on this, and it really considers what is reasonable for an officer, what it was like for the officer in that second. They make split-second decisions.